Hey, Dad, can we talk?
Sure, son. What's up? Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything's good. I was thinking about paying you a visit soon. Do you have any time for me?
Oh, wow, that would be great. I always love having you around. When were you thinking?
Maybe next weekend? How does that sound?
Absolutely perfect. You couldn't have picked a better time. You'll get to catch the big reveal.
Big reveal? What are you talking about?
Oh, it's a bit of a surprise. You know I mentioned we've been expanding the business.
Yeah, I remember. I'm really happy for you. Things have been going well?
I can't complain. It's crazy busy, but we've got some great clients and high-value projects lined up.
That is so awesome. So what's this surprise all about? Does it have something to do with the new projects?
I can tell you a little bit. We've got a really amazing piece that's been in the works for about 6 months. This weekend is the grand unveiling.
You're being a bit mysterious. So what kind of furniture is it?
Let's just say it has a bit of history to it. You'll know why I'm excited when you see it.
Intriguing. Is it like a big restoration project? Are you bringing it back to its former glory?
Something like that. You could say this item used to be a bit run down, but I guarantee it'll be a thing of beauty when we're done with it.
Okay, I'm really starting to wonder about this now. I guess I'll just have to wait and see it for myself.
That's the spirit. I'm gonna put it on display in the showroom. We're even doing a small press event. Just a few journalists and local folk.
Wow, sounds fancy. So does that mean I can't stay at your place? Do you have enough room for me with all the business things happening?
Oh, relax, Dennis. Of course there's room for you. You're my son, you're always welcome.
Okay, I'm just checking. I'm excited to see you and to check out this amazing piece of furniture.
It won't disappoint. I'll send you the details about the press thing, just in case you want to stop by.
Perfect. Should I bring anything?
Just yourself. Looking forward to seeing you soon, son.
Hey, Dad, quick question.
Hey, Dennis, all good here. What's on your mind?
So, you mentioned a press event for the big furniture reveal this weekend, right?
That's right. Everything's coming together quite nicely. You sure you wouldn't want to swing by and see the place all dressed up?
Actually, that was another thing I wanted to talk to you about coming to visit.
Uh-oh, is something wrong? You mentioned last time you were definitely coming next weekend.
No, nothing's wrong with the visit itself. I'm definitely still coming. It's just, there's something else I wanted to mention.
Okay, take your time. Whatever is it? You can tell me.
Well, there's this girl, Terry.
Terry? Is this someone new? You haven't mentioned anyone lately.
Yeah, it's kind of new, but things are going really well. We've been seeing each other for a few months now, and I think things are getting serious.
Oh, that is fantastic news, Dennis. I'm so happy for you. Why haven't you told me about her before?
Honestly, I was a little nervous. You know how it is, meeting the parents and all that.
Of course I understand. But hey, that's what parents are for. So, what about Terry? Does she know about the visit?
Yes, she does. And the thing is, she'd really like to meet you and Mom. I was wondering, would it be okay if I brought her along with me next weekend?
Dennis, that's wonderful. Of course she can come. I'd love to meet Terry, the girl who stole my son's heart.
You make it sound so dramatic. But seriously, that's a relief. I was worried you might think it too soon or something.
Not at all. Listen, if things are serious with Terry, then it's only natural for you to want her to meet your family. We'll make her feel welcome, don't you worry.
Oh, thanks, Dad. That means a lot. Is there anything I can do to prepare Mom for her arrival?
Well, let's see. How about you tell me a little bit about Terry? What's she like?
Sure, she's really smart and funny. She's got a great job as a graphic designer, and she is super creative. She loves art and music, kind of like you guys.
Oh, sounds perfect. Your mother will love her. Maybe you could even hint that Terry has an artistic side. It'll be a great conversation starter.
That is a good idea. Actually, I was thinking, Terry's been wanting to take a furniture restoration class for a while now. Maybe you could give her a tour of the workshop while we're there.
Now that is a fantastic idea. I love sharing my passion with people who are interested. I can even show her some of the techniques we're using on the big reveal piece.
See? I knew you would say that. She'd be so grateful. This visit just keeps getting better and better.
It certainly does, son. It'll be great to finally meet Terry and have you both here. Listen, anything else you need help with before the visit? A heads up on any dietary restrictions or allergies for Terry?
Let me double check with her, but I don't think there's anything to worry about food-wise. Maybe I can bring a bottle of wine or something as a little housewarming gift?
Oh, that is a very thoughtful gesture, Dennis. But honestly, just seeing you both is the best gift that we could ask for.
Thanks, Dad. You're the best. I'll text you as soon as I confirm with Terry about the visit. I won't tell her anything about the furniture store or the restoration class or the event. I want to keep the whole thing as a surprise. She'll be so delighted.
Sounds like a plan. Looking forward to it. So I guess we should all just meet for dinner or something beforehand, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, I'm supposed to meet Terry's parents this weekend, too. I'm so nervous. Apparently, they are so well off. I'm worried they'll be really stuck up.
Don't worry about that. If this Terry girl is really so great, her parents must be good people, too.
Hey, how about I suggest all of us meeting at once?
You mean me, your mom, and Terry, and her parents all meeting for dinner? Are you sure that would be a good idea?
Yeah, why not? A marriage is a union of families, right? So let's all meet at once.
Well, if you're sure, I'm sure your mom will be delighted.
Great, can't wait. Hey, Terry, how's your day going?
Hey, Dennis. Things are good. Just finished a new design project. Feeling pretty accomplished. What about you? Planning your escape to my neck of the woods for next weekend?
Escape? More like a long-awaited pilgrimage. Seriously, though, I can't wait to see you and introduce you to my folks.
Me too. I'm a little nervous, but mostly excited. Is there anything I should know about them beforehand?
Well, they're both really great people. You'll see for yourself. My mom loves art and gardening, and my dad, well, he's pretty handy around the house.
Handy? Like fixes leaky faucets and stuff?
More like he can restore practically anything back to its former glory. He's got a real knack for it.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. Maybe he can fix that wobbly chair I have in my living room.
Maybe, but listen, I was thinking, what if we made things a little bit more interesting for the big family meetup?
Interesting. How so?
So, originally, the plan was for you to meet my parents and then I'd meet yours at some point.
Right, that's what we talked about.
But here's an idea. What if we all meet up together? Like a big family dinner. You, your parents, me, and my folks?
A big family dinner? That wasn't exactly what I had in mind.
I know, it might seem a little soon, but hear me out. Honestly, I'm a bit worried about things being awkward if we meet your parents separately.
Awkward? Why would it be awkward?
Well, you know, all that meeting the parents pressure on both sides. This way, it would be a more relaxed setting. We'd all be there together.
I see your point. But are you sure your parents are comfortable with something like that?
Actually, I brought it up to my dad and he thought it was a great idea. They'd love to meet you properly.
This is a lot to think about. On the one hand, it would be nice to have everyone meet at once, get it all over with. But on the other hand, it does feel a little fast forward.
Look, no pressure at all. If you'd prefer to do things our original way, that is totally fine.
No, it's not that. I just want to make sure your parents are on board, and that it wouldn't be too overwhelming for them.
I promise, I'll talk to them about it again first. And hey, if they're hesitant, we can always stick to the original plan.
Okay, fine. You can talk to your parents. But if it turns into some kind of fancy 3-course meal with crystal wine glasses, I'm out.
Relax, it'll be a casual thing. Maybe some barbecue in the backyard, weather permitting.
Barbecue sounds good. And maybe then you can finally spill the beans about your dad's secret talent for furniture restoration, or whatever it is.
Busted, okay, fine, you caught me. There might be a little bit more to his handyman skills than I initially let on, but that's all I'm saying for now. Consider it a surprise.
A surprise, huh? Well, two can play at that game. Maybe I have a surprise or two of my own about my parents up my sleeve, too.
Oh, really? Now you've got me curious. All right, truce on the surprise reveals. Let's just focus on this family dinner idea for now. I'll talk to my parents and get back to you, okay?
Sounds like a plan. And hey, if it all goes south and the dinner turns into a disaster, at least we'll have a good story to tell our grandkids someday.
Wow, thanks for the vote of confidence. I really don't think it's gonna be a disaster or anything though, so that won't be necessary.
Sure. Let's hope so. I have to warn you about my grandfather too, though.
Why? Is there something I should know about?
Well, let's just say he can be pretty grumpy and judgmental.
Wow, well, that doesn't make me nervous or anything.
Don't worry, you're lovely, so I'm sure he'll love you. I just thought I should give you a heads up. I hope he can come too. You'd love him. He might be grumpy and unique, but he's really quite a character.
Yeah, I'd love to meet him too. Invite him along too.
Will do. Thanks!
It's fine. I can't wait for this weekend anyway. I'm sure it's gonna go great.
Yeah, me too.
What's going on here? This is a big problem. I really don't know how I managed to do that. I don't know where I put my stuff. It seems to have gone. Why am I always so forgetful? Why do I always do this? We need to go through immigration soon. This is gonna be a big problem. I might get in trouble with the law.
What's up? Is something wrong? You don't look too good. Tell me what it is and I can help you.
I think I've lost my passport. I'm a little bit in a denial right now, but I think that's the case. Oh, I'm sorry about it. I've really messed up. I put it in my pocket when I got on the plane, but now I can't find it. I really don't know where it's gone. What if I've lost it somewhere? I'm really gonna be in big trouble. How would I go about getting another one?
We might be able to find someone to help us. Stay calm about this and try not to panic. If we ask, they might let us get back on the plane and have a look. You might have left it somewhere. I think a member of the staff might have found it already, and then we can get it back. Let's go together to try and find it. I'm sure this kind of thing happens all the time. They'll know what to do. It really shouldn't be that big of a problem. As I said, these things often turn up, and then people carry on as if nothing ever happened.
Oh, I really hope you're right there. I'm really worried about all of this. What if we don't find it? I'll be stuck here forever. Oh, I always do this kind of thing. I'm sorry. I'm getting more and more clumsy in my old age.
I don't think it's going to be a big problem. Try not to think the worst all the time. Stay positive. I think they'll be very understanding of you. They probably deal with these things all the time. Don't let it bother you too much. Let's hope for a solution.
Thank you for helping me. I really owe you a lot for this. You're doing more than you need to.
It was really nothing.
That was incredibly lucky. Where would I be without you? I'd likely be in jail for illegal entry into a country.
Yes, it's fortunate that we found it on the plane. It wasn't far at all, nestled between the seats. It was really not a big issue at all. I knew it wouldn't be too hard to locate.
I don't fly very often. I don't have much experience with this, so that's why I got so flustered. I truly didn't know how to react. I was so worried. My mind was racing and I was at a loss of what to do. Thank you so much for taking care of me. I'm glad I have someone like you to rely on. If it wasn't for you, I don't know what would have happened. If it weren't for your help, I might still be stuck on that plane. I want to buy you something to say thank you.
That's really not necessary. I'm fine. I was just doing what anyone should do. It's no big deal. I simply wanted to help you. It's easy to lose things while you're traveling. I saw you were in need and just wanted to offer some assistance.
Thanks for that. It's really not easy when you get old. I often lose things when I travel.
I'm sure you can get by. Let's hurry now. It's getting dark. Night will be here soon.
That might be a good idea. I don't want to be walking on my own in the dark. I might forget where I'm going. Where are you going on holiday? I presume that's why you're here.
I'm going to a convention, actually. It's connected to my work. I wish I was on holiday, but sadly, it's not the case. Anyway, I really hope you have a wonderful time on your holiday. Try not to lose your passport again. Make sure you go and see all the sights. There is a lot to see around here, and I'm sure that you can find something that interests you.
That is exactly what I'm planning to do. I really want to get out and make the most of my trip. I just hope I don't encounter any more problems while I'm there. I wouldn't want to get into any more trouble. I really needed to get out of my home and see the world a little. It's no good being confined all the time. I haven't been traveling much recently, and I really wanted to go.
It's always a good thing to see the world. There are so many things out there to enjoy. Do you know anyone here? Are you going to meet your family? Oh, I really miss my family. I haven't seen them for a long time, and it makes me quite sad.
No, I don't. I'm here on my own with no one to accompany me. I really hope it's not going to be a problem. I'm going to be getting around in a car. I think that's the best way for me to see this place. I've also hired a driver to drive me. I didn't feel confident driving on my own, so I've got someone to do it for me.
Wow, that's fantastic. It sounds like you're going to have an incredible time. I hope you thoroughly enjoy yourself. I'm here to meet my dad. As I said, I've not seen my family for a long time, so it'll be nice to see them again. Oh, look, there he is. Hey, Dad.
Hi, how have you been? Did your journey go well? I'm so happy that you're back here to see us. Oh, and who is this? Did you meet this person on the flight? We did. We both got the same plane. He helped me find my passport. I lost it and I had a little bit of a panic. Oh, well, that was nice of him. I'm glad to hear that he's been helping someone. He's a really nice guy. You've raised him well. A lot of people would have just walked off and ignored me. Thank you. I suppose he is a good guy. I tried my best. I think it's time for us to say goodbye. So nice to meet you. If you don't mind, I think we should exchange contact details. You can contact me if you need anything.
That sounds like a good idea. I'll give you my phone number and you can call me if you need. You can call me if you lose your passport again. Let's just hope it doesn't happen. I really hope you have a good time on your holiday. Try not to have any more mishaps and try stay safe as much as you can. Try to make as many happy memories as you can too. You know what they say, you only live once. Thank you for your kind words. I'll remember this. It's good advice. You take care too. And your dad. Look after each other. We will do. Have a nice trip. Maybe we'll even bump into each other again.
Have you had a look at the room? Is it okay for you? I was worried the bed might not be that comfortable for you.
It looks okay. I'm pretty picky, so it's hard for me to sleep in a bed other than my own, but I'll manage, thanks. Either way, I just can't relax at night. I'm always thinking about this and that, and it's hard for me to sleep.
Maybe you're not used to our food yet. I know you don't eat the same things as us. I might be able to make something more simple if you want me to. How was breakfast? Did you like it? Charlene usually cooks, but I really wanted to try cooking for you. I hope you liked it.
It was okay. It wasn't that bad. You can relax, honestly. I know I don't see you much and we didn't get off to a great start, but just relax. You're making me nervous. I'd really love a nice drink right now if you don't mind me making one.
I can make you a nice drink if you'd like me to. We've got some nice coffee. How about that? Do you know what we're gonna do today? I really hope you're in the mood for a good time. We're going to a social event. There's gonna be a lot of people there.
What are we gonna do? Why do we need to do that? Why didn't you ask me before making plans?
There's gonna be a fine art display. Who wouldn't want to go and see some fine art? I think everyone enjoys that. If there's a painting you like, then we can buy one. You never know what you might see. Some people also choose to support the art students with their studies. You could do that too if you want.
You want me to go and look at some paintings? What makes you think that I wanted to do that?
Well, I just presumed you would. I think it's going to really help you feel better. It's a great way to relax and enjoy some fine culture. There's nothing better than enjoying art, especially for a gentleman of your age. I think it's really suitable for you.
I'm not really sure I want to do that. I'm not really a big fan of art. It just never appealed to me.
Why not? What's the matter? Who doesn't like a good piece of art to admire?
Are you joking with me here? I'm not interested in that kind of thing. I'd much rather do something else if you don't mind.
I thought it was just the sort of thing you liked. Maybe I don't know you that well after all. Besides, I don't think you have to like art to enjoy this. Anyone can go. I really like art. I think you should give it a try. You might get there and really start to enjoy yourself.
I don't think I'm going to change my mind. I have seen art before in my life and it never impressed me. I'd much rather if we did something else, something more relaxing and with fewer people around. I'm not sure if I'm going to enjoy myself here. Why did I even come all this way? I'm starting to doubt myself.
I know you like the peace and quiet, but can't you just go once? You have to give it a try. You might enjoy it. You'll get to meet a lot of new people. I always enjoy talking to new and interesting people. I've already organized it now. You really need to go. It would be such a shame if you missed it.
Please stop trying to force me to do something I really don't want to do. I don't want to go. How many times do I need to tell you this? I'm really getting tired of it all now. Don't ask me again. I'm not interested. I don't want to hear another word from you about this. You've said enough. I've already lost some important people in my life. I don't want to lose you too, but the more you nag me, the more I want to remove you from my life altogether.
Do you have to mention that again? It's really not helpful for you to say such negative things. You don't have to bring up the past so much. Just let these things go and try to move on in life. Some things are better left in the past. It only hurts if you keep talking about it. That's the best thing for you to do. I don't want to get angry with you here, but you're really pushing me now.
I'm not going to forget about these things, so don't try and force me to do so. If something hurts me, then I'll remember it forever. I'm not going to move on and forget. I never forget. I can't just ignore the past and pretend it didn't happen. And please don't tell me what to do. I'm sick and tired of you telling me what I can and can't do. This is my house, not yours. You need to respect me. My mother left all that money to me, not you. I'm head of this family. I'll do what I want with it, and you're not going to change my mind. Why did you turn out like this? Why can't you support and respect me more?
I do support you. I'm always there when you need me. You'll always be my father, no matter what you think, no matter how hard you try to upset me. You're still my dad. We can fight, but we can't get away from each other.
Why did I even come here to see you? I don't know why I bothered to do it. It's a waste of my time. I could have stayed away and just enjoyed the peace and quiet.
If you don't want to be here, then go away. No one forced you to come here. We could have spoken on the phone. Sometimes I wish I'd never invited you over. All you do is cause trouble.
I'll come here if I want to. I'll do as I please. Stop trying to boss me around. It's not gonna work. I won't do what you tell me to do. You can't do that anymore. I'm too old for that.
Why do you have to be like this? Why are you always trying to turn everything into an argument?
You're the one trying to turn everything into an argument, not me.
You're here to meet a future family member. I thought you'd be on your best behavior. Not like this. I want you to try and be more cooperative with us all. It would really go a long way to reducing the tension in the air.
I'll be here even if I don't cooperate with you. I don't have to get along with you, do I?
Oh, can't we all just please calm down? I think we're all getting a bit too hot-headed. This isn't good for anyone here. There's really no need for all of this.
Hello, Grandpa.
How are you? I've not seen you for a long time. I've really missed you a lot. Have you been busy?
I've just been working. I'm busy a lot, but I enjoy myself. I learn something new every day, and that really makes me happy. How was your journey over here? It wasn't too bad for you, was it? I know you can find flying a bit stressful.
It was a little bit tiring, but I got through it all. I'm getting too old for long journeys, but I can still make them if I need to. I wish there was an easier way, but sadly, there isn't. I've been sick recently too, and that wasn't much fun. I went to the hospital for a scan, but they didn't find any problems.
I hope you're feeling better now. Are you going to come and meet my future husband? We really want you to be there.
I think I might be too old. I don't know if I'm going to enjoy it. It might be a bit stressful for me. Maybe I should sit this one out and stay at home. Just go with your mom and dad. I think that's more than enough company for you.
Oh dear. I'm sad about that. I wanted you to be there. I told him all about you. He was excited to meet you. I'd be really upset if you were ill. I hope it's nothing serious. If you need anything, then I can help you. Just ask me, and I'll do what I can.
You can help him if you want to, but I don't know if he wants any help. He's not being very friendly with us now, but maybe he'll be different with you. He just does whatever he wants to. He doesn't listen to anyone else. I thought your grandpa was going to come too. I was looking forward to seeing him.
He didn't feel that good, so he didn't want to come here. He didn't feel up to it. I'm sorry about that, but it can't be helped. He's getting older and older. You can meet him another time. I'm sure he'd be happy with that.
No, that's really unfortunate. I hope he's not too sick and gets better soon.
He's not that bad. He just didn't want to put in the effort to come here. It would have been too much for him.
He's getting so old, so he needs to look after himself. We really need to focus on that.
Tell him that I really want him to get better as soon as he can.
How about you guys? Are you doing okay? Things can get harder as you get older. We really need to do our best to try and stay healthy. I think I'm coping quite well, but I really need to do more exercise. If I don't keep active, then I'll lose my fitness, and that would be a terrible shame for me. I'm good, thanks. I'm not as able as when I was young, but I'm still getting along. I'm still good at drinking. At least I can still do that. I'm getting older, but I can still knock 'em back like I'm 21. That's great news. I'd love to have a drink with you. What about you, William? Do you want something to drink?
I'm okay, thanks. I don't drink that much, and I'm not in the mood for anything now.
I'm not that fond of drinking either, so you can count me out too. You two ladies go ahead and get something. I used to drink a lot when I was younger, but not now. It's not good for your health, so please don't have too much. You've just been talking about your health, so please keep that in mind when you're having a drink.
I guess you're right about that one. Maybe it's best not to drink too much.
You two are really similar. You look the same and you're the same age. I bet you have a lot in common. You both studied fine art when you were younger, too.
Really? I didn't realize. Where did you study? I studied at a college just down the road from here. I had such a great time when I was there. So many happy memories.
I also studied in this city, but it was on the west side.
I think it's time for us to have a toast. Let's drink to the good times ahead.
I like the sound of that. Cheers.
Is your hand okay? It looks a bit swollen. Did you hurt it or something? Oh, I hope it wasn't too painful.
I got it from work. Oh, it's nothing to worry about. It just looks a bit ugly. It's just the kind of thing that happens when you use your hands a lot. There's no way for me to get away from it in my line of work. It's just what I have to do.
I heard that you work for yourself. What job do you do?
I have a business in the arts. I restore and sell vintage furniture and artwork. I spend a lot of time restoring old pieces, so it can take a toll on my hands. I also find beautiful pieces at auctions and markets to sell on. There's a lot of demand for that these days. It's a really growing industry.
Oh, really? Restoring furniture? I didn't realize that is what you did. You're getting old now. Isn't that a bit too tiring for you? Isn't it all a bit too much? Wouldn't you rather sit in an office or something?
I don't mind. I started my own business, so I want to continue doing it. It's my passion, and I can't give up. I'm used to it now, too, so it's really not a problem for me. I've been doing it from a young age, and when you get used to something, it's hard to stop.
You seem to be a really creative and hardworking individual. It sounds like a skilled profession to me. Not something I'd want to do. Did you know about this, Terry? Did you know that was Sebastian's job?
No, I didn't. It's the first time I've heard about it. I never really thought to ask.
Is there something wrong? You seem to be having a strange reaction to this. I hope it's not going to be a problem for you all. Are you not happy about my job? I know you're better off than us, but I still think that we can get along.
It's admirable of you to start your own business, but restoring furniture? Really? It's not the greatest job in the world, is it? I can think of better businesses to start. What kind of future do you have with that? Do you really want to keep on doing that job? What kind of future will Terry and Dennis have too? You can't be earning that much money.
I can't believe you're talking like this. It's a perfectly reasonable job. It pays the bills, and that's what matters.
I'm sorry. It's just that I studied fine art, so I'm used to high society. My wife is wealthy too, so it's a bit of a shock for me. At my age, I wouldn't want to be doing a job like restoring furniture. A less physically demanding job would be better. I'm just wondering if this is the right family for my daughter to marry into. I think you need to be a little bit more polite when you're talking. Oh, I'm sorry if I'm annoying you, but I really had to say it. Did you think I was going to be silent about this? I think I'm right about this too. Restoring furniture really isn't a good job. Who would want to do that? I thought you owned an art gallery or something like that. I thought it was a more sophisticated business. Any business is respectable if it makes money. It doesn't matter what it is you do. If restoring furniture makes money, then it's a good business. It's really that simple. I know a lot of people who run their own businesses. Everyone does their own thing. You really shouldn't look down on people like this. It is not polite. You need to respect people no matter what job they do.
I'm not happy about it either, to be frank with you. I've got a good job working for a good company. I worked hard to get to where I am today. I want my daughter to carry on tradition and marry someone from a wealthy family. I don't want to feel embarrassed about this in the future.
How can you be this rude and judgmental about us? You talk about us as if we failed at life. That's simply not the case. We're not beggars, we're hard-working people. I don't care if you've got a good job and you earn a lot. We're doing fine too. We're not short of money. You really need to change your attitude about this. You're very wrong about what you're saying here.
I think it's only natural that we compare. I don't think we're doing anything wrong here. It's what anyone would do. My wife and I went to a good university, and now she works for a good company and has a good job, as do I. What about you? We have standards and we want them to be upheld. I'm not settling for anything less. On the other hand, you restore furniture for a living. It's hardly a respectable job, is it? I just think the gap between us is too much. I don't think I can accept this. Your son might be doing well in life, but I'm still not happy about all of this. I want everything to be perfect. I'm a man of very high standards, and I can't lower them. I want my future son-in-law to have a good family background, not like yours.
It really makes me sad to meet people like you. I didn't realize people like you really existed. There's no need to be so snobbish towards us. We don't need your pity either. You need to have more empathy for others. Not everyone has a glamorous, high-status job. This is not the right way to talk about people at all. I don't care how much money you earn. It's never a reason to treat others like garbage. We deserve respect too. You're clearly not a very intelligent person to judge people like this. Only a stupid person would do that.
What are you talking about? I don't think you're in a position to call me stupid. Look at yourself. Are you really trying to say that we're not intelligent? What has gotten into your head?
This is the first time we've met, and it's already turned into this. What a terrible way to begin. I am really disappointed by all of this. I didn't expect you to be so hostile towards me and my son. You really think we're not good enough for you? This is outrageous. What do you think, Terry? It's your choice at the end of the day. I want to know how you feel about all of this.
I don't really know what to say. I don't want to make things worse than they already are.
Come on, say something. We want to know what you think. What's your opinion on all of this? This is your life, not your parents'. At the end of the day, you'll decide what happens.
I guess I've got no choice but to speak my mind. I didn't want to do this, but you've given me no choice. I really want to marry someone that my parents agree with. I don't want to make them unhappy. I think love is important, but it's not everything. You have to think rationally, too. I want a man from a good family. Someone my parents can be proud of, too. I'm not sure about this furniture restoration business. I think I'm starting to side with my mom and dad. Perhaps it's a bit too niche and not something everyone can relate to. I really wish you had a better job. Something a little bit more upper class, more suitable for me and my family. If we have children together, then what will people think? They might look down on us and belittle us. The child might be embarrassed by it all. I really wouldn't want a child to go through that. My dad works for a big company, but your dad restores furniture. The difference in social status is really too big, and it's hard for me to accept. I really love you, but I just feel this is a big barrier. I really hope we can find some way around it. Sometimes I go out with friends to look at furniture, but I never knew this was where you worked. Is it near a restaurant or coffee shop?
Mom, Dad, let's go. I don't want to be here any longer. I've heard more than I want to hear.
I haven't even finished talking. Wait a moment, please. I've got more to say. Where are you going? Stay there!
I am not going to sit here while you talk about my dad like that. It is completely unacceptable. I don't work for you. You can't tell me what to do. If I want to go, then I'm going.
You asked me what I thought and I gave you my answer. I had no choice. Did you think I was going to lie to you just to try and avoid an argument? I had to tell the truth. Can't your dad just get a different job? I'm sorry if it hurts you, but I think that's the best way to solve this problem.
Why should he do that? There's nothing wrong with his job. It's a good business and he makes good money. I think you need to go and find someone on your level. Someone who can deal with your arrogance. I don't want to marry someone like you. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't realize you had this side to your personality. You need to find someone else because you and I are through, and there is no turning back.
How can you change your mind so quickly? I thought you loved me. Please tell me it wasn't all a lie.
We are clearly not good enough for you. We're clearly not on your level. How could I make you happy? Don't you understand what's going on? Do you really not get it? Think about what you just said to my mom and dad. Can't you see how hurtful that was? Why would anyone want to marry you after that? If you don't respect my parents, then it is over for us. I don't know why you're so arrogant. I don't know where you get such a high self-opinion from. You might have a good job, but it's all because you work for your mom. If it wasn't for your mom's company, then you'd be no one. You probably wouldn't even have a job. I made my own way in life. I didn't have it handed down to me on a plate like you did. I built my career without help from anyone. It takes real skill and determination to do that. I think it's something to be really proud of. Maybe I can do better than you. I don't need someone so negative and unpleasant. Maybe you're not on my level, not the other way around. I am not gonna stay here while you insult us. You don't deserve our company. If I'd known that you were gonna be like this, then I wouldn't have come here. Oh, have you finished? Anything more to say? I don't like it when people talk badly about my daughter. Now we get to see your true feelings. Very interesting. A bit of anger and your true self came out. It turns out that you do have a lot of pride in yourself. I didn't realize. You might have done well in life for yourself, but your family still doesn't meet my requirements. I don't want my daughter to get married to you either. You're not my type of person. I don't want her to marry the son of a man who restores furniture for a living. It just isn't good enough. I know you're rich, but it doesn't mean you can look down on people like this. You just get on with your life and leave us alone. I don't want anything to do with you again. You're not that successful anyway. You talk about yourself all the time, but there are a lot of people better off than you. Are you trying to be funny here? Are you trying to put me down? I certainly hope not. I wasn't trying to be funny. Please, don't get the wrong impression. I was just telling you what I think and maybe what you need to hear. I think you have lost your mind. I've never known someone as stupid as you. I'm worried I'm going to lose my patience with you, and I don't know what'll happen if I do. Don't even think about it. That would be a really big mistake. You need to be careful how you act around my son. I'm very protective of him. Are you talking to me? You need to change your attitude if you are. Who else would I be talking to? Of course I'm talking to you. You're a very, very rude person. Really someone with no sophistication at all. You really don't know how to behave around people. You should really learn quickly or you'll be heading for trouble. You and your daughter are as bad as each other. It clearly runs in the family. A whole family that doesn't know how to respect people. My son is just telling the truth. He's being honest. We can all see what kind of people you are. I'm sorry if it makes you feel bad, but there's really no way of avoiding it. I really don't want him to marry your daughter. He deserves someone better than her. I don't want him to marry a woman from a family with such a backward mindset. I don't care how much money you've got. Personality is more important than any amount of money. We're not the kind of people you can just insult and boss around. I won't let that slide. Come on, let's get out of here. I don't want to talk to these people anymore. I don't care if you leave. You mean nothing to me, and neither does your son.
Let it go now. We don't want to cause any more problems. I think we've all said enough.
Did you hear how he spoke to me? How can we just let this go? I don't take kindly to people talking to me like that. I really want to teach them a lesson. I want to give them what they deserve.
It doesn't matter. You don't need to make it worse. You're not going to prove anything by doing that. You might regret it too. It's not civilized to try and seek fights with people. Sometimes you just have to let things go.
If you insist, then I'll stop, but I really don't want to.
Terry, if you're going to get married to that man, then don't invite us to the wedding. I don't want to be there. We don't think he's the right man for you. And if you do marry him, you'll have to explain it to your grandfather. I don't think he's going to be very pleased about this. He's a man with high standards, too.
I won't marry him. I'll call it off. I've had second thoughts after all this. Wow, this is so much stress. I didn't realize this was going to happen.
I know, I wish this didn't have to happen too. What a disaster this day has been. Now that you're leaving him, you'll need to find another man. Oh, I really want you to find a man that I can be happy with too. Someone who is much more suitable for you. Oh, please do that as soon as you can. Don't wait too long. I want us to move on from this as quickly as possible.
You'll have to explain all this to Malcolm. I really don't know what he's going to say. He might be really upset by the whole thing. I think you'll have to do something with him to make him happier. Why not take him to that art exhibition that he doesn't want to go to? It's on tomorrow too, right? You can invite your friend Jax too. I'm sure the two of them will get along. You can eat some food with him and try to make him happy. It might be a good place to break the news to him. I think he'll like the atmosphere too. He was reluctant to go, but with some encouragement, he might change his mind.
I'll try, but I don't think he wants to go there. He was really adamant about not going. I'll do my best anyway. Something might happen. Terry, you need to find another man soon. Please remember that. I am not joking here. If you don't, then I'll start introducing you to some other men. I know a few nice men who need to get married, well-educated and good-looking. Just the kind of man I want for you.
I'll try to find someone new as soon as I can. It shouldn't be too hard for me.
This is a really nice place for us to come and eat. I'm really impressed. I love the artwork in here too. It's really nice. I've always been someone who can appreciate fine art. I'm so glad that people are supporting these artists. What would happen to them if they didn't get the support that they need? It would be a terrible waste of talent. It's going to be really helpful for them as they try to build a career. You're right. Some of these pictures are really well done. I almost never look at art, but I'm really glad I've come here today. It's really been worth my time. I wonder if there's anything I could do to help them. That is such a nice thought. You really are just such a considerate person. I think it's really important for someone to appreciate fine art and culture. It shows a degree of sophistication in people that so many lack. What do you mean by that? Are you saying that we're not sophisticated? That wasn't what I meant. Let's not start arguing. Why don't you come and sit over here, Malcolm? The view is really nice from this seat. You have a good look at everything. I want to go to the toilet first, if you don't mind. You sit down, I'll be back in a minute. Don't worry about me, I can look after myself. Okay, if that's what you want to do, we'll wait here for you. Oh, it's been so nice to meet Malcolm again. He really does have a strong personality. I'm also glad to see he's enjoying this art gallery, even if he seems a little bit annoyed at times. I've noticed that you're really not that nice to him. Has he done something to annoy you? Oh, sometimes he just makes me angry, but it's nothing serious, just a little family troubles. He doesn't respect art at all, in my opinion. It was a struggle to even get him to come here today. I think I can deal with it. It's not going to ruin my family life. I think it's only natural that we don't see eye to eye on occasion. Nothing to be worried about. Oh, is that what's going on? You look like the perfect family from afar. You've been married for a long time, so it's only to be expected. Things can get a bit stressful after all that time together, so just try your best. I can see how Malcolm might upset you. I get a bit scared when he looks at me. I worry he's gonna get angry. Let's not try to let it bother us. I just want to eat. We can talk about this another time. We don't have to let it spoil our day. Let's do that. I don't really have time for coffee today, so let's just enjoy the here and now. Oh, by the way, I have something to tell you. I don't know if I mentioned it. There is going to be a new face coming along today too. I hope you don't mind. Really? Who is it? It's someone I've met. They work in a furniture restoration shop in town. They mainly restore furniture, but they also do other things too. I've been there when I wanted some fixing on my furniture. They really do an amazing job no matter what you ask of them. I've always been really impressed by their service. Restoring furniture? Really? I don't like talking about furniture restoration. It's a tricky subject for me right now. Is this the kind of person you're going to invite to be with us? I've had enough of furniture restoration as of late. I feel like it's come back to haunt me. I don't want to have to think of it again, and this new person is going to make me do that. What's the matter with you? How can you get offended over furniture restoration? You must get your furniture restored from time to time, unless you do it yourself. Listen to what I have to say first, please. You're going to be impressed. This is not a normal restoration shop. This is something special, something really special. They service high-end furniture, antique pieces too. It's really a place for the upper classes. Restoring furniture might not sound glamorous, but when you see what they work on, you really have to change your mind. They even signed a 6-month contract with a TV channel and a newspaper. The business is so successful, it's attracting media attention. Can you believe it? I even got a special gift card for that place. They've been really good to me. The man there is really nice too. I always ask for him to work on my furniture because he does such a good job. I really like that man. He's really friendly to me. He's such a gentleman. That sounds really great. I didn't realize furniture restoration could be so lucrative. It seems to me that you're really fond of this place. Good for them. But why did you have to talk about this with me? And why did you have to invite this person here? I want to meet the man again. It'd be really nice to know more about him. I think it would be fun if you got to meet him too. We could all become good friends. Trust me, it might sound odd, but you're not going to regret it. I know you're going to be happy to meet this man. I'm not so sure about this, to be honest. Are you sure you didn't misunderstand the situation? You might have got a little bit carried away when you saw some of their work. I don't think they're going to be up to our standards. There might be a big mismatch if they come out with us. Can this person really afford our high standards? They might be a drain on the atmosphere. What are you talking about? I've never heard such nonsense, and no, I wasn't mistaken. They earn a lot of money. Trust me, they're really not poor. Just as wealthy as you or I, maybe even more wealthy. People who work in furniture restoration shop can earn a lot of money too. That is something that I've learned recently. They service high-end furniture, antique pieces, so they can really demand a high price for their work. I heard that sales are doing really well too. It's something of a growth industry right now. They make a lot of money? Are you serious? I'll believe it when I see it with my own eyes. Yes, it's not your normal furniture restoration shop. It's one for the upper classes. You should go check it out yourself. They're going to be on TV, and newspapers have interviewed them too. Anyway, I've invited that man to have dinner with us tonight. I'm sure you'll both love him. Is this the people that I know? Is it the same restoration shop? Oh, how could this be? Could Dennis's family really make that much money? Oh, it can't be true. There must have been some kind of mistake here. I'll have to find out for myself. The food is really nice here. I hope you're gonna like it. I decided that we should come here for this reason. I've known about this place for a while. A great spot to lunch with friends. It's okay, I guess. It's not the best place I've been. Thank you for inviting me here. I'm sorry for being late. There was an accident, so the traffic was really bad. Nothing I could do about it. I just got here as soon as I could. It's fine, not a problem. These things happen. You don't need to apologize about it. In fact, you got here just at the right time. You two can get to know each other. Let me introduce you. What is this? Is this some kind of joke? I already know who you are. How did you get here? I really can't believe what I'm seeing. How did this happen? Why are you shocked by all of this? Is there something you need to tell us? Oh, I know you too. I've met you before, haven't I? Your son helped me at the airport. That was a really nice thing of him to do. I would have been in serious trouble without him. That's right, it was me. Nice to see you again. I didn't expect for this to happen. It's a funny world, isn't it? How do you guys know each other already? I really wasn't expecting this. It seems we've all met before. How on earth did this happen? I know it's a small world, but wow, this is crazy. William's daughter was going to get married to my son.
I'm not sure if it's going to happen now. I think it's being called off. Was that your son? The man at the airport who was going to marry Terry? I heard that Terry broke up with him because they just didn't get along. It's sad to learn that their personalities weren't suited for marriage, but it's better to call it off now than regret it later. Oh, is that what they told you? A clash of personalities? I don't think so. That's not what happened at all. Your understanding of the situation is very different from mine, and I was there when it all happened.
Oh, excuse me, I think I need to say something here. It seems there's been some kind of mistake. This has all been one big misunderstanding, and now would be a good time to clear things up.
I'd really love to know more about this too. What happened? Please tell me.
Oh, I can explain.
I'll explain. I really think it's time for me to tell you the facts and nothing else. I don't know if William can be trusted to tell the truth. He seems to have difficulty doing that. It happened a short while ago. We all met together to talk about the marriage. We were all there and we all heard what he had to say. He didn't respect us because of our business. He thinks restoring furniture is too low class for him, and he didn't want Terry to marry Dennis because of it. It really hurt me, and it hurt Dennis too. Can you believe he would act like that? Well, I never. Did you really say that kind of thing?
Well, I mean, I can explain.
I really don't like snobbish people, and you're really not in a position to talk. Everything you have in your life you got from me. Where would you be if I didn't support you? You'd be nothing. I don't want you to ruin my family with your arrogant attitude. That would make me mad. You don't exactly have a great job yourself either.
What are you talking about? I didn't know any of this. It's really news to me. I thought you studied fine art. I thought you were a member of high society.
That was all a lie. I bought them everything they have. They would be poor if it wasn't for me. That includes the house they live in. They couldn't afford that themselves. He's not a man from high society. He just had a regular job. I think he was working in a bar. That's where he met Charlene and stole her from her previous husband. It began with an affair. He's been trying to hide his true self all along, but now it's gonna come out. He really isn't who he claims to be. I think you need to know that.
Oh no, really? I never could have imagined this. I really don't know what to say about all of this. I feel like I've been lied to, like I've been cheated. You've been faking it all this time? How could you do that to me? Listen to me for a moment. I can explain it all. You just need to give me a chance. I didn't do this on purpose. It just happened. One thing led to another, and then here we are today. I didn't want my wife's reputation to be harmed, so I kept it on the low. I think I've heard enough. You're not gonna come back from this. How could you fool me for so long? I can't forgive you. Do you have no respect for me at all? What kind of a person does that? I don't know if I want to be socializing with someone like you. How did you meet your wife in the first place anyway? Cheating? Where's your decency? Wait until I tell everyone about this. I can only imagine what they're gonna say. Oh no, please don't do that. Please, that would make things even worse.
I'm really sorry about this. I feel partly responsible myself. If I hadn't come here today, then no one would have known. Maybe that would have been for the best. Some things are better kept secret. It's just easier that way. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to shock you all like this. I'm sorry if you didn't want to know this. This whole thing makes me feel really embarrassed. I just can't believe this would happen. You look down on me for restoring furniture, but you're not so high class yourself. You were lying about your past. Why didn't I see this from the start? I suppose you were projecting your insecurities onto me. You told us you went to art school, but you didn't even do that. You really hurt me with all those things that you said, and now I think I know why you did it. I'm sorry about this too. I feel like I'm responsible too. I really want to say sorry to you, and I really hope that you can accept it. That's really no way to treat people. I would have stepped in and stopped it had I known. Please accept my apology. It comes from the bottom of my heart. Oh, you don't need to apologize. It wasn't you who did this. It was him, and only he should be held responsible. Look what you did. Why did you have to do this? You need to apologize at once, and you need to say it like you mean it.
I'm really sorry. I made a big mistake. I just wasn't thinking about what I was doing. I hope you can accept this. I really mean it. I'm really ashamed of what I did. Do you want me to meet Dennis and apologize to him too?
That would be a good idea. It might go some way to resolving the situation. But don't you think it's too late? He might be hurt by this. The scars might not heal so easily. Talking to him might just make things worse. I'm not going to accept the apology, and I don't think he will either. You've caused too much trouble for me to forgive you. There's no coming back from this. I'm going to remember this for the rest of my life.
Wait, can't we get over this? I'm sorry for what I did. I really didn't mean to.
It seems that everyone here is really annoyed at what you've done. Maybe I could go and talk to Dennis. It might be better. He might have a better opinion of me. He helped me with my passport, and I still think about him. I felt we made some kind of connection at the airport. I can really understand how he feels. He was such a lovely person. I'm sorry. I think Dennis has already been hurt too badly. I don't think he wants to talk to anyone about what happened. It might be best if we just leave him alone and let him get on with his life. I'd really love to see him again. I just wanted to try and make him feel better. If you don't want me to, then I'll accept that, but I would really love to see him.
Dennis, can we talk?
I'm here. What do you want? Why did you come here out of the blue?
I just went to your mom and dad's shop. I wanted to get some furniture restored there. There's also some additional work I'd like done, so I think I'll go back again in the future. I also thought it would be a good chance to talk to your parents.
Are you crazy? You went to my parents' place? How could you think that that would be a good idea? How did you know the address anyway? Who told you?
Some people at my mom's company knew the address, so I got the information from them. It seems your parents' business is really popular around here. You must be very proud of them. I was quite impressed by the place myself. They're really doing a good job.
I hope you didn't say anything rude to them.
No, I didn't do that at all. I genuinely wanted to go there. I also want to apologize to your mom and dad after what happened. I just had to tell them. I couldn't let it go. I'm sorry about what I said to them. It was really rude and I regret it. I'm sorry that I hurt you too. I really overstepped the line. Your parents are doing so well financially. It's really impressive what they've built. Oh, wait, that's not important. We don't need to talk about that. I'm just sorry for what I did.
Oh, I'm really sorry too. I was stupid. I should have been more careful when I was talking. I sometimes speak without thinking. You don't need to come here and see me too. I don't want to talk to you. It shouldn't matter if you earn a lot or earn a little. It shouldn't change your mind about people. You shouldn't look down on people if they do a job you don't like. Coming here and talking to me is just making me more angry. You can't apologize now. It is too late for that. I know you don't mean it. You don't really care about how we feel. Just get out of here and leave me alone. I've got things to do and I don't want you bothering me. I really want you to calm down. If you don't accept my apology, things are only going to get worse. If you don't want to marry Terry, then I can understand this. But please, don't be angry at us. I don't want any more problems. If it goes on like this, then we're really going to be in big trouble.
That's right. I'm really going to be in big financial trouble if we can't agree.
How could that happen? Why are you even telling me about this? You work for your mom. Why don't you just keep working there? Surely this isn't going to have any influence on that. You've got a good job, just carry on doing it.
It's difficult for me to explain. My grandfather is angry, and it might be a problem for me. Do you really want me to suffer like this?
Why should I care about you now? We are over. I've got nothing more to say to you. If you don't mind, I'd appreciate it if we didn't talk anymore. Please leave.
Dennis, don't be like this. We can work things out.
Sorry, there are no second chances for you. You had your chance and you blew it. I've got this to do now, so I really need to go.
This is really annoying me. Why did Grandpa have to get so angry about this? He seems to care about Dennis more than us. It's not like Dennis is part of our family. He should put us first, not him. He needs to change his way of thinking. I wish there was something I could do to change his mind.
This is all your fault. You should have been more careful and not offended people. You're pretending to be a high-class gentleman, and now people know the truth. People know you're not a fine art graduate. What's going to happen now? I can't even begin to imagine what people are going to be saying behind our backs. This has caused so much trouble for me. I couldn't even go to my book club thanks to you. I had to leave early and come home. I'm going to be insulted over how I met you. They know how we met. How will I show my face in public again?
How can they know about it already? Word just doesn't spread that fast. I'll be quiet about it from now on. I won't tell anyone. When you go to meetings, just be nice to the people at work and don't mention your private life. Also, don't try to blame this all on me. I didn't cheat on my husband, you did. You were the woman who started all of this, so you need to stand by your actions. It was all your fault. You approached me and seduced me. Blame yourself for what happened.
It wasn't my fault. It was yours. I really ought to teach you a lesson.
Don't hit me. Oh, you nasty woman.
I'm the woman who gave you everything you have in life. You've been living an easy life for so long thanks to me. If you didn't have me, then where would you be in life? What would you be doing?
What are you talking about?
Oh, Terry, I didn't realize you were listening.
Mom, what are you talking about? What did you mean by all that? How did you meet Dad?
Oh no, now even Terry is going to know the truth. I suppose it was always going to be hard to hide it from her.
You caused this. You should have kept your mouth closed. What are we gonna do now? Now Terry knows our secret. What are we gonna do? Oh, this is really terrible.
Stop shouting! Just be quiet for a moment.
Stop arguing and tell me what happened. I want to know the truth. Tell me all the details. You really should have told me this a long time ago. I can't believe you would hide this from me. What were you just talking about? You were talking about having an affair? Is that right? Is that how you met? Was that how your relationship started?
I'm sorry that you had to find out this way, but it's the truth. That's how we met.
I thought you were members of high society. I didn't think you did such outrageous things. Is Dad not your first husband? Is this really true?
That's the truth. I had another husband before your dad. He wasn't my first husband. I divorced him and remarried with your dad. It was all a long time ago now. You don't need to think about it too much. I married your dad because I was pregnant with you. I know it's frowned upon, but that's what happened. I had no choice about it. It was all one big accident. A lot of people knew about it back then. It was a real scandal. My previous husband was so angry he just left me on the spot. Our marriage ended because of this affair. And then I started a relationship with your dad. I was pregnant at the time with you. A complete shock for us all, but I accepted it and did the best I could. Other members of our family couldn't accept it. They thought it brought shame on the family. I moved away to escape it all and never went back.
Does she really have to know this? Why didn't you just keep your mouth shut?
We have to tell her now. We can't keep her in the dark for her whole life. Besides, the secret is out now, so we have to be frank about it.
You idiot, things are just going from bad to worse.
Calm down, please. Don't raise your voice.
I don't know what to say about this. How did I get to this age and not even know this is what happened? To think that you looked down on Dennis's parents because of their job, and all the time you were hiding this secret. This is all a complete disgrace.
Terry, please don't be so angry about this. We hid it from you just to protect you. We didn't want you to be hurt by our mistake.
I don't want to talk to you. You're disgusting.
Please don't be angry with me. I don't want you to hate me over something that happened such a long time ago. Charlene, look how upset she is about this. Do we really have to tell her? We could have kept it a secret and then it wouldn't have caused all this pain.
Stop trying to deny what happened. You can't keep hiding this. If you're not happy with me, then I suggest you leave and never come back. I don't need you. Terry is your daughter, and she deserves to know everything about you. You can't lie to her forever. You have to face reality. We've been married for a long time, but that doesn't mean it's going to last. Do you want me to leave you? Why don't you just get out of here and never come back?
Have you said enough? Are you trying to get rid of me here? I am not leaving you. I need you. If I go, then you're coming with me.
Is this how you talk to your husband when no one is listening?
Oh, Father, you have something to say?
I want you to get out of my house, and I want you to do it right now.
What are you talking about? Where am I going to live?
Are you hard of hearing? Get out of my house. I don't want you to live here anymore. This house belongs to me. I gave it to you to live. You didn't buy this yourself. If you want to keep living here, then you're going to need my permission.
Don't do this. Please. We can talk about this. You're losing your mind right now.
I've lost my feelings for you. You're not the daughter I brought into this world. As time has gone by, I've become more and more unsure about you and the person that you are. This is the final straw. I don't want you to live here anymore. Get out. You've become such an awful person that I can't accept you as a member of this family any longer. You began all of this by cheating on your ex-husband. Now you're even starting to abuse William? Do you not have any morals? Do you only think about yourself? The reputation of our family has been dragged into the gutters thanks to you. I don't want to give any of my money to you. You don't deserve a dime. You can do whatever you want with your life, but it won't involve me.
Father, don't say such terrible things. How can you treat me like this? You have to leave your wealth to me. Who else would you give it to? I'm your daughter. You have to put me first. Why have you been so emotional recently? I'm really starting to worry about you. Please, think about what you're doing.
There is nothing more for me to think about. I've been thinking about this for a long time. I've really given it a lot of consideration. I think I've finally come to a conclusion about what I want to do. I'm not going to support you anymore. You don't deserve that. You'll just have to make your own way in life. You'll have to buy a new house for yourself. I'm not going to help you from this day forward. It all stops here. I want you to know this. Nothing that I have is going to be given to you. I'm going to keep it all for myself and find something else to do with it. The same applies to Terry, too.
Father, you can't just abandon your family like this. We need to care for each other. How will we survive? If you want this to happen, you at least need to tell us in advance.
You threw away your husband all those years ago, and now I'm going to throw you away, too. I don't want a disgusting woman like you to be part of my life anymore. Get out and never come back. And Terry, she is just like you. She needs to go too. You might be my family, but that doesn't mean you can do whatever you want without consequence. I am still a good person, and I'll stand up for what is right. You ruined this house. You're bad people, and I don't want you living under this roof.
After all of this happened, Malcolm actually followed through and kicked his family out of his house. That included Charlene, William, and my ex-fiancée, Terry. It turned out that none of them were particularly capable people. Malcolm tried to help his family and had given all three of them jobs at his company. I always thought that Terry was an independent and capable graphic designer, but the work that she was always showing me was actually done by her team members. She was just taking credit for other people's work the whole time. So, needless to say, she had trouble finding more work since being let go. The last I heard about her, she began dating someone new, seemingly just to get another place to stay and another way to get by without working hard. As for her parents, they weren't much better by the looks of things. They split up after this. It seems like William was only with Charlene for her money all along. Now he's gone back to working in a bar. Charlene has rented a small one-bedroom apartment and is doing her best to get by with a few part-time jobs. You might be wondering how I know about all of this. It's because me and Malcolm have actually kept in touch. He's a pretty cool guy despite his family. He's told me he really regrets how his family turned out. He tried not to spoil his daughter, but his late wife seems to have given her everything she ever wanted growing up, leading her to have this entitled and snobbish attitude as an adult, and passing it on to her own daughter too. I'm doing a lot better these days. Malcolm and my dad get along really well too, and the three of us often hang out. I'm training to take over the family business, so my future looks pretty bright too. In the end, I'm glad I never revealed how successful my family's business was, since it helped me to see Terry's true colors before marrying her. So, I have no regrets. I've learned a lot of important lessons from all of this too. I won't rush into things like marriage so quick next time. I'll take my time and really get to know someone before proposing. But right now, my hands are full with all the furniture, so that might not be for a while. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.